Good morning, students. Yesterday we have seen the different inputs which are applied to the high pass filter. So we observed the what is the frequency response of the different signals. So we have seen the input signal, step signal. Now let us come to the remaining inputs of the high pass filter, that is square wave input, pulse input, exponential input, ramp input. So what is the, now we can see the high pass filter, square wave input, high pass filter, square wave input. This is the high pass filter, square wave input. High pass we already know the high pass filter circuit diagram. This is the high pass filter circuit diagram. This is the high pass filter circuit diagram. Output, input. We are applying the square wave signal as a input, square wave signal as a input. For the high pass filter we are giving the square wave signal as a input, square wave signal as a input, so that this is the square wave signal. By applying the different time constant, the signal will get the output response like this. We are applying this input signal like this, but finally the frequency response of the output signal is getting the like this. How it is happen? Let us see the operation of the square wave signal which is applied to the high pass filter. The square wave signal which is applied to the high pass filter. We have the different timing responses, that is time constants, that is RC for greater than T, RC for less than T, RC for greater than T, RC for less than T. Let us see the first case, that is RC for less than T. A square wave input is which is applied to the high pass filter. So at time constants RC for greater than T, it maintains the constant output, that means constant input signal. It does not change the any signal responses. That means if you are applying the RC for greater than T to the high pass filter circuit, the capacitor remains in constant condition. It does not produce the any output voltage changes. That means we are taking the square signal, that is V dash, and this one is the V double dash. This is the positive signal and that is the negative signal. For this positive signal and negative signal, so we are applying the, this is square wave, V dash, V double dash, this is T1 and this one is T2. V1, V dash which is treating as the positive voltage level, and V double dash which is treating as the negative voltage level. T1 is time period for the V1 V dash voltage, and T2 is the time period for the V double dash voltage. Totally V dash and V double dash is the full cycle of the square wave signal. We have let us see the different timing responses, that is RC for greater than T, RC for less than T. We are applying the case of RC for less than T, RC for less than T. In this condition, the signal will maintain the constant level with respect to the ground. It cannot change. It cannot change because of the, we are applying the timing response, that is RC for less than T. It does not change the capacitor, but that means the capacitor does not changes. It does not produce any output values. It remains in the constant condition. So regularly we are increasing the timing responses, that is the T is equal, the total time period is known as the T, that is T is equal to T1 plus T2. T is equal to T1 plus T2 is the total time response, that T is equal to T1 plus T2. Here the high pass circuit under different steady state condition. At the different steady state conditions are nothing but RC for greater than C, RC for less than T. So these for RC for these spikes which are consisting of the positive and negative spikes. And this in this case, that case is RC for less than T. The amplitude of the output is does not changes. It remains in constant condition. Now we are applying the another condition, that is RC for greater than T. RC far greater than T. In this condition, the amplitude of the output signal is twice the peak value of the input. We are applying the input signal. Suppose it's a 1 voltage. After we applying the RC far greater than T, the signal will become the twice the input signal. That means it will get the 2 voltage level. It increases to the 2 voltages. In this RC far greater than T condition, the amplitude of the input signal, which is twice the output signal, which is twice the input of the signal. In the RC far greater than T condition, in that case, that amplitude of the spikes which are treating as the so this is the RC for greater than T, RC for greater than T. So the spikes will be getting some peak will be some signal is getting like this. So signal that means it is occurring the some voltage levels is decreases when the input signal is applied. When goes on input frequencies increases, the signal will get the decreases that is varying exponentially with respect to the time. That is varying exponentially with respect to the time. Let us see. This is the RC for greater than T condition. This is the RC for less than T condition. RC less than T condition, the capacitor cannot change and it remains in the same condition. When you are applying the RC for greater than T condition, the signal, the capacitor will charges and it will produce the output voltage across the resistor, and its output is twice the input signal. And let us see the next condition, that is RC for less than T. That in that condition, the capacitor is charges, but it produces the it decreases the voltage levels and timing level. So the timing like this, but timing level is reduces. The signal is getting like this. Timing is reduces when the high frequencies as increases, the timing of the timing responses decreases. The timing responses decreases in the RC for greater than RC for less than T condition. RC for less than T condition. Let us see the expression for the frequency response of the square wave signal when it is applied to the high pass filter. This is the circuit diagram. For the circuit diagram, we are applying the KVL to the loop. Va of t is equal to 1 by c integral I of t dt plus V of t dt. Here I is equal to V by R. So we are applying KVL voltage to the high pass filter. We are applying KVL voltage to the high pass filter. So that is Va of t is equal to 1 by c integral I of t dt plus V naught of t, that V of t is equal to 1 by I means V by R, 1 by RC integral V naught of t plus V naught of t. By differentiating the above equation, then it will get d V naught of t by dt, that is equal to d V naught of V naught of by RC plus d V naught by dt. After that, multiplying above equation by dt and integrate the above equation. Multiplying the above equation by dt and integrate the above equation, that is dvi by dt into dt is equal to V naught of t by RC dt plus dv naught by dt into dt. So multiplying with the dt are cancelled. dt will get cancelled. Then the equation will be like this: integral 0 to t d vi of t is equal to integral 0 to t V naught of t by RC dt plus integral 0 to t dv naught. That Va of t minus Va of 0 is equal to 1 by RC integral 0 to t V naught of t dt plus V of t minus V naught of 0. That finally it is the RC V naught of t is equal to V of 0. V of t is equal to V of 0. So the above equation is integral 0 to V naught of t dt is equal to 0. That means in this steady state condition, the square wave output becomes a 0 condition. That means the timing response is decreases. Once again, we can see the operation of the square wave input when it is applied to the high pass filter. This is the important input in the final exams. That is, once again you can see the operation for the high pass filter circuit. We are applying the square wave input. By applying the square wave input, we have to observe the frequency response of the output signal. Frequency response of the we are applying the square wave input is like this, but after applying the different time constant, the signal is producing like this and it is producing like this. We are applying the different timing constant, that is RC greater than T. RC for this is the RC for less greater than T. RC for greater than T, and another one is the RC for less than T. So let us see the first case, that is RC for greater than T. RC for greater than T condition. In the RC for greater than T condition, we are taking the square wave signal. This is the V dash is the positive voltage, V double dash is the negative voltage. This is the T1 and this is the T2. The total time period is T. So we are applying with this different positive and negative voltage with the different timings, that is T1 and T2. The total time is T. Let us see the first case, that is RC for greater than T condition. Let us see the first case, that is RC for greater than T condition. It is applied to the high pass filter, so that the signal, the capacitor will charges and it produce the output voltage across the resistor. In this case, the output will produce the twice the input signal, twice the, suppose we are applying the input as a 1 and the output will get the double the 2 voltages. That means when you are applying the RC for greater than T condition, the signal voltage is increases. Signal voltage is increases. The signal voltage like this, it increases, but after reaching certain value, it reduces exponentially with the steady state conditions. So finally, it will get the output voltage V, which is V is the output signal, which is varying with the e power minus T by RC, e power minus T by RC. So it will get the output signal like this when it is applying the input signal to the high pass filter. In this case, the capacitor is charges and it produces the output voltage across the resistor. We are increasing the input frequency so that the signal voltage is increases. After reaching the some frequency, it will reduce the signal to the lower level at with respect to the time, that is V e power minus T by RC. So in this condition, the output is twice the input signal. Let us see the another condition, that is RC for less than T. In the RC for less than T condition, the capacitor is charges, but when we are increasing the frequency, the output signal will be reduces. That means frequency will reduces to the lower level, and it will produce the signal as a spikes signal. That is a spikes signal. It will produce the signal as a spike signal. Signals as spike signals, and square wave TS as a periodic waveform, and it maintain the constant level. That means the voltage which produce the V dash and V double dash, it will maintain the constant levels. It does not changes any its values. By applying these timing conditions, the capacitor will be changes and will produce the different timing responses. This is the operation of the square wave input. Let us calculate the response of the high pass filter. For the high pass filter, we are applying the KVL voltage. So we are writing as a one VA of t is equal to, for the we are applying the KVL to the input side. VA of t is equal to 1 by C integral I of t dt plus V naught of t. I of t is equal to VR of t by R. That is I of t is equal to 1 by RC integral V naught of t dt plus V naught of t. Differentiating the above equation, dV naught by dt is equal to V naught of t by RC plus dv naught of t by dt. Multiplying the above equation with the dt, so that and then integrating, the dt will be cancelled, the signal will be like this. V of t minus v of 0 is equal to 1 by rc integral 0 to t v naught of t dt plus v naught of t minus v of 0. So the equation will get the integral 0 to t v naught of t dt is equal to 0. That means the integral represents the area under output waveform. Area under the output waveform. Area under the output waveform means at the far less than. Finally, the output equation will get the equation will get the integral 0 to t v naught of t dt is equal to 0. That means the integral represents area under output waveform. That means in the RC for less than t condition, the area is reduces. RC for the area is reduced to 0 level. That's why by representing the equation, we are observing the frequency response of the signal. This is the V naught integral 0 to 2t V naught of t dt is equal to 0. V naught of t dt is equal to 0. 0 to t v naught of t dt is equal to 0. So this equation which represents the frequency response of the signal. That means the signal under the area is reduces to 0 level. This is the operation of the square wave input which is applied to the high pass filter. Let us come to the next input, that is ramp input. Ramp signal which is applied to the high pass filter. The ramp signal will be like this. So this input signal which is applied to the high pass filter circuit, we are taking the Laplace transform of the high pass filter circuit. And here also we have the different timing constants, that is RC less than 0, RC greater than 0, RC less than 0 and RC greater than 0 condition. Let us see the RC less than 0 condition. The capacitor is the capacitor cannot change. That means capacitor cannot change means the capacitor does not charge, it cannot change, it produces output voltage is 0. When you are applying the next timing constant, that is RC t greater than 0, or it is a ramp or voltage, in this case the capacitor is charges and it produces the signal linearly. When the high pass circuit is applied, the ramp input V of t is equal to alpha t. When the high pass RC circuit is applied by a ramp input, V of t is equal to alpha t, where alpha is the slope of the ramp. So the frequency response of the input signal is Va of s is equal to alpha by s square. Frequency response of the input signal is Va of s is equal to alpha by s square. From the Laplace transform of the high pass circuit, it can be written as Laplace transform of the high pass circuit, it can be written as V naught of s. For the input signal, we apply the Laplace transform. And again we are applying Laplace transform to the output signal, so that V naught of s is equal to Va of s into output side we are having the resistor and which is connected to the capacitor, so that R by R plus 1 by Cs, alpha by s square into RCS by R plus 1 by Cs. V naught of s is equal to alpha by s into s plus 1 by RC. That is, you can take the RC as a common. So alpha RC is equal to 1 by s minus 1 by s plus RC. We are taking the inverse Laplace transform on both sides. For the above equation, it can be written as, for the above equation we are taking the inverse Laplace transform, so that the equation will be like this. That equation is V naught of t is equal to alpha RC 1 minus e power minus t by rc, where t which are very large, small in comparison with rc. Thus above equation can be written as v naught of t is equal to alpha rc 1 minus 1 plus minus t by rc plus minus t by rc whole square 1 2 factorial 1 by 2 factorial and so on. Alpha rc t by rc minus t square by 2 rc whole square and so on. Alpha t and alpha t minus alpha t square by 2 rc plus that is equal to alpha t 1 minus t by 2 rc. So v naught of t is equal to alpha t 1 minus t by 2 rc. Alpha t v naught of t is equal to alpha t 1 minus t by 2 rc. The response of the high pass circuit for the ramp input is like this. The response of the ramp input for the high pass circuit is like this. That means when you are applying the RC less than 0, the capacitor cannot change, cannot charge, to produce the output voltage is 0. When you are applying the greater than 0, t less than 0, output is 0. At t greater than 0, capacitor is charges and we produce the increasingly linear signal. That means here like this, like linear signal. In this case, the input signal which is taken as the alpha t, v of t is equal to alpha t. Alpha is the slope of the ramp. So that we are applying the slope of the ramp signal to the high pass filter. In that condition, we are applying the Laplace transform to the input, Laplace transform to the input, and at the same time we are applying the Laplace transform to the output. So the signal will be like this. For the above equation, we are applying the inverse Laplace transform so that it will get the v naught of t is equal to alpha t 1 minus t by 2 rc. So this is the frequency response. Finally, this is the frequency response of the signal. This is the frequency signal. So by using the different timing constant, the ramp signal will get like this. Ramp signal will get, this is the ramp or the linear signal, but by applying the Laplace transform and input the t greater than 0, the signal will get like this. This is the frequency response of the ramp input when it is applied to the high pass filter. When it is applied to the high pass filter, ramp input which is applied to the high pass filter. Also we have the another one, that is the pulse input. Another input, that is the pulse input, also having the different timing constants, that is RC far greater than t, RC far less than t, RC comparable to TP. We have the three conditions, that is RC far greater than TP, RC far less than TP, RC comparable to TP. This is the pulse input which is applied to the high pass filter. The pulse input is like this. This pulse input which is applied to the high pass filter based upon these three conditions, that is RC far greater than TP, RC far less than TP, RC comparable to TP. So by using these condition, the signal response will be changes. So let us see the first condition, that is the RC far less than TP. RC far less than TP condition. Here this is the positive voltage and this is the negative voltage. So when it is applied with the pulse input, so the response of the circuit for is when it is applied at the 0 less than t less than TP. That means RC far less than TP condition, that v naught of t is equal to v e power minus t by RC. So first condition, that is RC far greater than TP. RC far greater than TP condition. Like this, the pulse input will get like this. That means when it is applied to the ramp pulse input, when it is applied to the pulse input to the high pass filter, the capacitor is charges and produce the output voltage decreasing with the exponential signal. And again, after reaching some signal, then again it will increases and will produce the output signal like this. So based on this, when you are applying the time constant RC far greater than TP condition, capacitor is charges and produce the output voltage exponentially after reaching some signal voltage, and again it will rises. In that condition, the output voltage can be written as V out is equal to V e power minus TP by RC. That means when you are applying the RC far greater than T condition, the signal voltage is in voltage V, and it is increasing with the exponential signal. After reaching some signal, it is reduces by pulse time TP with the time constant RC. That's we can written as V naught of T is equal to V e power minus TP by RC condition. Let us come to the next condition, that is RC comparable to T. RC comparable to T condition. RC comparable to T condition, the signal will get the input signal is like this, but the output signal will get this after applying the this is the input, this is output. After applying the RC comparable to TP, in this condition also, when the signal voltage is applied, the signal will get increases, and after reaching the certain value, it suddenly falls to the zero condition. The capacitor cannot change. The capacitor cannot change. In this condition, in that condition, the output is reduced to zero level. So this is output signal. This is output signal when it is applied to the RC comparable to TP. Next condition is RC for less than TP. RC for less than TP condition. RC for less than TP condition. This is the input signal. In the RC for less than TP condition, the signal will get like this. Signal will get like this. That means in the RC for less than TP condition, capacitor discharges to the zero level. Capacitor is discharges slowly. The input signal is slowly. The input signal is this is the input signal now, but we are getting the output as like this. Output is like this. Output we are getting like this. That means capacitor is discharges to the zero level, and again it increases and decreases, and it again it increases. So this is the frequency response of the pulse input when it is applied to the high pass filter. Pulse input which is applied to the high pass filter. Pulse input which is applied to the high pass filter. In the RC for less than TP condition, the output expression is V naught of T is equal to V e power minus TP by RC minus V. That means the output signal which is rising exponentially with the decreasing level with the voltage. So this expression which is the condition for RC for less than t condition. Pulse input which is applied to the high pass filter based on it works on the based on the three conditions. Then this RC for greater than TP condition, RC comparable to TP condition, RC for less than TP condition. And let us see the first case, that is RC for greater than TP condition. When it is applied to the pulse input to the high pass filter, the capacitor is charges, it produces the output voltage. Some pulse will spike, some pulse will reduces and produce the exponentially with the zero level. That condition can be written as V e power minus T by RC. And again we are applying the RC comparable to condition. In this condition the capacitor is charges, but it produces the some exponentially rising signal. So that can be written as the V naught of T is equal to V e power minus Tp by RC. And again we are applying the another condition, that is RC for less than TP condition. In this condition capacitor is discharges to the zero level, so that area will be losses. The equation the expression or the output expression is V naught of T is equal to V e power minus Tp by RC minus V. So that means the output rises exponentially towards 0, but there is no distortion in the output. This distortion is very less when the time constant is very large. So if the signal distortion is less, then the time constant is largest. If the time constant is large, the distortion will get the very large. If time constant is very low, the distortions are also very low. So in this condition there is a positive area, negative area in the output waveform is always equal. Positive and negative areas in the output waveform is always equal. This is the pulse input which is applied to the high pass filter circuit. In the next section we can see the remaining inputs of the high pass filter. Till now we have discussed the sinusoidal signal which is applied to the high pass filter. We have observed the frequency response. After that we are applied the step input, we have observed the frequency response, and again we are applied the square wave input and pulse input. We have observed the frequency response of the high pass filter, and the another inputs are that remaining inputs we can learn in next session. Thank you one and all.